Hello and welcome to this morning's edition of the National Shelf Service. My name is Joy Court, and although I'm not attached to a particular library anymore, I'm still very much involved in the world of children's books. I'm reviews editor for the School Librarian Journal and work as an independent consultant in reading promotion. One of the highlights and privileges of my career was to chair the working party for the Silip, Carnegie and Kate Greenaway medals, and the book I want to promote to you today is one of the most memorable of that whole period. When Mr. Dog Bites by Brian Conahan was shortlisted in 2015, one look at the cover and the blurb, a story about life, death, love, sex and swearing, might make you think this is an unusual choice. Indeed, the book attracted a lot of controversy on publication. A negative article in the Daily Telegraph caused the editor from Bloomsbury to write a riposte, why the swearing had to stay. Librarians are often perceived as gatekeepers, preventing children from accessing certain books. So I was very proud of the librarian judges who went against this stereotype, bravely standing up for the qualities of this remarkable book, which is indeed shocking and eye-opening, but also heartwarming and funny too. We did put a 14+ warning sticker beside it though. So the story of When Mr. Dog Bites is about a 16-year-old unforgettable character called Dylan Mint, who has Tourette's syndrome. This causes him to swear, bark and growl like a dog, as well as much more. To say he has a unique narrative voice is an understatement. It's not just the swearing, he has his own mayonnaising version of Cockney rhyming slang laced with pure Glaswegian. So when Dylan overhears a doctor saying to his mum, "Come March, life as he know it will come to an abrupt end," he thinks he's going to die. And he starts to make a list of all the things to do before he cacks it. This includes having sex with a cute girl in his class at special school, finding a new best bud to protect his friend Amir, and to get his secret agent dad back from the war. This misunderstanding is only the first of many for Dylan. In fact, the reader soon suspects that his father is somewhere very different indeed. For Dylan, although he's 16, is actually naive and quite innocent in his refreshingly offbeat and honest look at life. He has a really strong sense of what is right and fair, and racist abuse and abuse of people who are different is absolutely not right in Dylan's eyes. His desire to do well, his love for his mother and friends, and even his misguided loyalty to his father means that the reader will be rooting for Dylan right from the start, even when they suspect he doesn't have a clue what's going on around him. So you'll find yourself cringing and laughing out loud when Dylan tries to invite Michelle Malloy, who, by the way, has oppositional defiant disorder, which makes her response rather negative. And all the while he's apologising for the foul things he's calling her. The author pulls no punches in depicting the harsh reality of this rundown community and the poverty of a struggling single-parent family. In fact, some of the most distressing scenes and the worst language come from the mainstream bullies in the local park. But as the editor said, the profanity is by no means gratuitous and is certainly not portrayed in a positive way. Dylan is desperate to stop swearing and to stop his tics. And the language is truthful and powerful and really helps the reader understand what Dylan is going through. The violence of the outbursts of the swearing and the acute discomfort and embarrassment afterwards. The new Carnegie criteria ask us to consider authenticity and lived experience. And Brian Conahan makes no secret of his own struggles with Tourette's syndrome, and obviously remembers the Glasgow of his youth very well. Many people make the mistake of thinking When Mr. Dog Bites was a debut novel, but in fact it was the second. The Boy Who Made It Rain was the first demonstration of this author's remarkable talent for creating emotionally believable, authentic male and female characters, which have graced these and subsequent books like the Costa Award-winning The Bonds That Brought Us Together and the absolutely heartbreaking Weight of a Thousand Feathers. But another reason that makes When Mr. Dog Bites so special is that Bloomsbury had a second author shortlisted that year, and a celebratory dinner introduced Brian to Sarah Crossan, author of Weight of Water. Without that happy chance and the ensuing friendship, we would not have had the jointly authored wonderful verse novel We Come Apart, winner of the 12 to 16 UKLA Book Award. So if you're unable to find When Mr. Dog Bites available online at your local library, and I really hope you do because it's a remarkable book, you will find plenty of other titles by this outstanding YA author, who always writes with the same honesty, passion and humour that makes Dylan Mint so unforgettable. Thanks for listening.